Hello, I'm Katrina Senecal, and I own the Green Room Pilates in Oceanside, California, pretty close to the beach. And today I'm going to do an abs series from our mat work repertoire. So it's based on the Stop Pilates method of movement. And I'm going to give you some modifications if you need some ways to like kind of stay out of that neck tension, because a lot of times our neck gets sore when we do ab work. But anyway, come work along with me. Just doing abs today. So abs series is what I'm going to call this express little video. Okay, so I hope you like it. We're going to start off with a warm up. So just laying on my back here in a supine position. I'm holding this ball here. You can use like anything really. You can use a block, you can use a cushion, a pillow, a book, something just to put between your knees to help activate those inner thighs. So just lying flat down on my mat here. So I've got that ball just between my knees and I'm squeezing gently, not for dear life, just to help to activate those inner thighs and going into a neutral position into my spine, which is the most shock absorbing position to be in. So when you're in neutral, all your natural curves of your spine should be present, okay? So your hip bones, your pubic bone, they should lie in approximately the same plane. Your tailbone, not your tailbone, but your sacrum should feel heavy on the mat here. And then you should have that natural curve away from your lumbar spine. Your ribs should be resting gently on the mat, okay? And here's your neutral position. Really important, it's the most shock absorbing position to be in. It's also the best position to access your deep stabilizers, okay? So to give your movement support, all right? So just starting out right here, we're gonna start with a good breath pattern. So placing the hands on the rib cage, we're gonna relax the upper body and breathe in, feel the rib cage expand into your hands here. Breathing in through the nose and then breathing out through the mouth, you're gonna feel the rib cage close down and in. So keep going with this breath pattern. We want a nice dynamic breath into the rib cage. We call this a three-dimensional breath. We want it nice and low into the lower lobes of the lungs because that's where we get the best oxygen exchange, okay? Also don't want to be tensing up through the neck and the upper body. So here, let's do one more big breath in. And exhaling, feel those abdominals engage and feel the rib cage close down and in. All right, so just maintaining that nice efficient breath pattern as we move through our exercises here. So here I want you to place your thumb, place it on your rib cage, and take your index finger and place it on your hip bone here. We're going to do an imprint and release. So we're just going to mobilize the lower spine here. So we're going to take an inhale here, staying in neutral. Exhale, you're going to shorten the space between the hips and the ribs, right? Ever so small. So you're going to hold here. So getting to this position, we're not working through the glutes. We're not pressing into the feet. So these are staying very quiet. We're just activating the abdominals. Your rectus abs and your obliques, they're shortening to create a little bit of a contraction. So this is going to give you a little bit more support through your lower spine. So here, I'm not jamming my back down. I'm just creating a little bit of a contraction here. Okay, so we're going to hold here. Inhale. Exhale, I'm going to lengthen my hips and my ribs away from each other, and I'm going to regain that natural curve and come back to neutral. Okay, so this exercise is just an imprint to neutral. We're going to do a 2-breath pattern. So exhaling, shortening those abdominals, and inhaling, going back to neutral. And again, exhaling. So here's my imprint, and then inhale, come back to neutral. And one more time, exhaling, and I'm imprinting here. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to get rid of my ball. Keeping my imprint here, I'm going to test that out. I'm going to reach my arms up towards the ceiling here. I'm going to lift my right leg to tabletop, okay? Now, without moving my pelvis and spine, I'm going to bring my other leg up. All right, so this is called an open chain or an open kinetic chain, right? So I don't have any support with my feet for my pelvis here on the ground. So I'm just giving my body a little bit extra support by imprinting, right, to enable me to lift my legs up at a tabletop position, okay? That's really just if you need to. So not all of us need to work an imprint. If you can maintain neutral with your legs at tabletop and still feel very stable, that's where we want to be, okay? So reaching my hands up towards the ceiling, I'm just going to put my feet right down here. We want to make sure that our abdominals are supporting our ribs because they attach to the top of the ribs. So as we move our arms, we want to make sure we're not losing that abdominal connection, just letting the rib cage fly off like that. Okay, so we're going to inhale, reach the arms overhead here, keeping the rib cage nice and soft on the mat, and then exhale, the arms come back up again. And just one more time, inhale, we reach. Exhale, we come back right here. Now we're going to add some protraction of the scapula. So we're going to inhale and reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling, allow the scapula to separate on the back, and then just coming back to neutral here. And one more time like that. So we're reaching up and then coming back to neutral. Now retract your scapula. So you're going to inhale, draw them a little closer together on your back, and then coming back to neutral. Let's do one more like that. Retracting and come back to neutral. So the whole purpose of that is just to bring awareness to where your neutral position is for your shoulder blades. We do have one, so they should be lying flat on your back, right? Yeah, and just a nice and relaxed position. So here you're going to bring your arms down by your side. We're just going to do a little head knot exercise to help to prepare the head when we come up into that flexed position, okay? Super important. So looking straight up at the ceiling, I have the natural curve away in my cervical spine. It should kind of match my lumbar spine here. I'm going to inhale, just nod my chin. So I'm looking down towards my knees, stretching the back of my neck here just slightly. Now I'm going to pick my head up. I'm keeping the same distance between my chin and my chest here. So I'm not jamming my chin into my chest. I'm also not letting my chin float up towards the ceiling. Okay, so I just have that nice fist maybe between my chin and my chest here. Here I'm not going to tuck my pelvis under. I'm going to keep it in neutral. This is called an ab prep. I'm going to hold, inhale, and then exhale. I'm going to lengthen back down again. All right, so nodding the chin, exhale. So I'm allowing my shoulder girdle to lift up a little bit and to protract. This helps to facilitate that flexed position through the upper spine. I'm going to hold, inhale here, and exhale to come down. Okay, so with that ab prep, I have a towel right here. This is just like a hand towel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to support my head and my neck as I do that ab prep. Okay, so for those of you who have neck tension, this is a great modification here. So I'm just placing that towel on the back of my head, and I'm bending my elbows here and holding the ends of the towel in my hands. So I'm going to nod my chin. I'm going to relax my head in the towel, right? And just use the towel to support me into that ab prep position. Inhale, I hold, and exhale to come down. Okay, I'm going to do one more like that, nodding the chin, flexing up. So just making sure that you use these modifications if you do have neck tension. Okay, hold, inhale, and exhale. I come back down to that starting position. Okay. So I'm going to continue to use this towel for our first ab series. This is an ab prep series that we're going to do here. So I'm going to extend my right leg down the mat, staying very neutral with my pelvis and spine. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure there into the towel because it's going to support me. I'm going to inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, I'm just going to flex up with my upper body here, okay? Keeping my pelvis neutral. And then inhale, I'm going to come down. So we're just going to do this for 4. So inhale, nod the chin, exhale to flex up, inhale to come down. All right, exhale. Inhale, I come down. I'm going to do one more like that. Nodding my chin each time. I come up and then I come all the way down. All right, so hands can be behind the head too, right? If you don't have a towel. So we're adding on to that. We're going to bend the knee, bring it in and do that ab prep, and then we send it away. And again, we're bending the knee, bringing it in, and then we send it away. All right, maintaining a neutral position through the pelvis. And let's do one more here. All right, then we're going to come up to this tabletop position, flexing up with the upper body, and I'm going to extend that left leg onto a long diagonal. So here I'm just going to lower my upper body and then exhale to flex up. Okay, for 4. And 3, inhaling, exhale 2. So I'm coming up with my abs and not straining my neck. And 1, and I'm gonna hold right here, and I'm gonna switch my legs like so, okay, for 4, 3, 2, and one more set. I'm gonna hold here rotate towards that leg. I'm going to turn this into obliques, and I'm going to switch. There we go, back and forth. Yep, so making sure my pelvis isn't moving. I'm rotating my upper spine, keeping a nice open position with my chin and my chest. And let's go for 4, 3. Are you feeling this? Woo! 2. And one more here. One more set. Both knees come up. Hands are going to come on the outsides of the knees. We're going to do a double leg stretch. So we're going to exhale, extend arms and legs. Inhale, we circle around. And again, exhale, reach. Inhale, circle around. One more. Exhale, reach. Inhale, circle around. Extend those legs up towards the ceiling here. Just placing the hands just on the outsides of the legs here. We're going to do a double pulse. 1, 2. Inhale, switch. 1, 2. You don't have to have your legs all the way straight. You can bend both knees here. You can also have your head down on the mat if you're experiencing neck tension. If you're not, you can flex forward, both legs straight. You can reach your arms for extra intensity. Let's go for 4. You can also bring the arms out to the side. Make sure you keep your flexion. 2 more, and 1 more set. Pulse, pulse. Woo! Both legs come up, and we come all the way down. There's your first ab series right there, okay? So we're gonna do some hundreds now, because that wasn't enough, right? So laying down onto our mats here. So legs tabletop, so we're gonna imprint the spine first, bring the legs to tabletop here. So know with the 100, you can work with your head down. So if you're experiencing neck tension through the series, put your head down, okay? So here, I'm gonna nod the chin. I'm gonna flex my spine forward. For more intensity, I'm gonna extend my legs and lower them as low as I can keep my stability here. I'm gonna pulse the arms for 5 and exhale for 5. 3, 4, 5. Breathe in for 5. Breathe out for 5. Inhale. Exhale, I'm flattening my abs out here with that exhale. Breathe in, 2, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're set here. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can bend your knees in for less intensity. Exhale, 2, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2. You can be here. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2. 2 more sets. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 4, 5. Last set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3. Hold here. Let's add a little bit more flexion. Ooh, and then come all the way down. Woo! Do you feel that? Let's stretch those all the way out here. Be a nice big stretch. So reach your fingertips and toes away from each other. Woo! Should feel good, okay? So our next series, we're gonna do, we're gonna work the abdominals in a lengthened position, so we're gonna keep our head down. All right, so I'm bending my knees. I have a choice. Working in imprint is gonna give me a little bit more stability in my lower spine. We can also work in neutral, okay? And that's only if you have the strength to maintain a nice, stable position, okay? So I'm gonna imprint my spine. I'm gonna bring my legs to a tabletop position here. I'm also gonna be working in neutral. Now, so what I want you to do is reach your hands up towards the ceiling. This decreases your base of support, okay? I'm gonna make sure my ribs stay down on the mat in the back. I'm gonna send my legs away from my torso until my abs kick in. I feel them kick in right about there. So lifting my hands up, keeping them there, that decreases the base of support, as I said. We're gonna do some toe taps. So let's inhale, reach the right toe down the mat like this, and then exhale, we bring it up. Nice and easy, left leg. Reach, and then we bring it up. Pull those abs nice and tight, right? We're gonna do 4 more sets. So here we go. 4, left leg, and 3. So if you're having a hard time maintaining your stability through your lower spine, 2 more here. Try to imprint your spine, okay? That will help. And then 1 more right here. Ooh. And here. All right? So we're gonna make that a little bit more challenging, right? So we're gonna do double leg reaches, right? And as we do that, we're gonna reach the arms up overhead a little bit more here. And we're gonna reach away. Feel how your abs kick in with that. Think of increasing your imprint as you bring your legs down, okay? Really nice. All right, we're gonna do 4 more after this one. And 4, so your back shouldn't be lifting up off the mat here. It should just be staying the same, right? And 2 more. And last one here. Woo. All right, we're gonna do some unilateral work here. So we're gonna reach the left arm overhead, the left leg onto a long diagonal, okay? And then we're gonna do some toe taps here. Just tapping that right toe down for 4. Got 2 more. Yep. And 1 more right here. Tabletop, the leg, both arms come up, and we're gonna switch that out. So we're gonna send that right leg onto a long diagonal, right arm reaches overhead, and toe tap for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, we come back up again. Here you're gonna open your arms out to the side and place them down on the floor, palms face up here. That's gonna give you a bigger base of support because we're gonna rotate. So we're gonna inhale, we're gonna rotate the spine and let the knees and the feet go over to the right, keeping both shoulders down on the mat, and then we come back to center. Okay, same side. We're gonna do 3 more like that. Over, and then come back to center. All right, 2 more like that. Yep, so keeping the upper body down on the mat, using those obliques to come back right here, good. And we're gonna add a little bit of coordination here. So we're gonna go over to the right, that right leg is gonna reach down the mat, and then we come back up again, back to center. So as we're going over to the side, we're reaching that bottom leg, then we're coming back up again, and 2 more. And we reach that bottom leg, back to center, legs come together, last one here. Yep, good. Now we're gonna add top leg. So we're gonna go over to the right, so same side. Top leg is gonna reach up, bottom leg reaches down. Bend those knees together, and then we come back. All right, and again, and we reach. So let it happen simultaneously. So as you're rotating, you're reaching your legs. All right, and 1 more like that. Reach. Perfect. Okay, so the further your legs are away from your torso, the more challenging it is here, okay? So here we're gonna switch and split those legs. Hold here. We're gonna take that top leg, circle around. As you do that, you're gonna rotate your torso back to center, circle it around and together, and then bend your knees in. All right, now we're gonna do the other side. So we're going to the left, and then we come back to center, okay? Inhale, take those knees out. Exhale, come back to center, okay? Keeping the upper body nice and relaxed, tension-free. And 1 more just like that. Yep. All right, adding that bottom leg. So that bottom leg reaches. We bend that knee and bring it back in, all right? Bottom leg reaches out. Make sure you're not losing your stability through your spine here, okay? And we reach. And only do as much as you can, right? So if you're having neck tension or back tension, take a mini break. Okay, we're gonna add that top leg and bottom leg reaches. Only doing 4, and then we come back. And 3, and 2, and 1 more. Come back to center. Now we're gonna add our circle, okay? So we're gonna take it over, split the legs, circle that top leg around, rotate your body back to center, and then both legs come together, bend both knees in, and that's that for that one. So let's extend all the legs all the way out. We're gonna take this into a roll up, okay? So we're gonna be moving the spine through full flexion here, okay? So let's reach the toes up towards the ceiling. A slight bend in your knees can help you to roll through your spine, okay? So we're gonna reach the arms overhead. I'm gonna inhale, reach my fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, nod my chin, roll up. I'm gonna allow my shoulder blades to protract a little bit and elevate. And then I'm gonna come up and over here. Notice here, my pelvis is gonna stay vertical. I'm not shifting and collapsing onto my legs here. My abs are nice and tight. I'm reaching my rib cage away from my pelvis here. Okay, head is following the line of the spine. And I inhale, I begin to roll through my lower back, right? And then I place each vertebrae down one at a time. So my legs are straight, but yours don't have to be. You can have a bend. Rolling up here, I'm allowing for a little bit of protraction and elevation through my scapula, but not too much. And then I'm gonna roll back down again. Okay, I'm squeezing my legs together, but you can be hip distance apart with those knees bent. Inhale, I reach. So if you have a spot where you can't roll up, you're just gonna hold it there and then roll back down again, all right? Otherwise, we're going all the way through, rolling, trying to roll through each vertebrae and roll down. So your hip flexors are working with this exercise for sure. So if, as you're coming up, your legs are lifting up, that's because they're trying to do the job of your abdominals. Your abdominals are like, I'm done, I can't do anymore. And your hip flexors are like, oh, I'll help. That's why they're lifting up, okay? So you really want to try and anchor those feet down, all right? And we roll down. Almost done. You feel in your abs? We're gonna do one more here. This is just great mobilization. Doing rolling through your spine, we call articulation through the spine. That's a great way to help bring the natural curves of your spine back. Okay, we're gonna hold here, lengthen and stack all the way up, keeping those knees flexed here. We're gonna do a half roll back. So I'm flexing my spine forward. I'm gonna roll back. So I'm pulling my pelvis under. I'm feeling a sense of opening through my hip joints here, and then I'm gonna come up and over. And I'm gonna exhale and roll back here. Inhale to come up and over. Exhale, I roll. Inhale, come up and over. Last time, so I'm gonna roll back here, okay? I'm gonna bend my elbows and I'm gonna do some rotation. So I'm keeping this nice short space between my hips and my ribs. I'm gonna rotate and punch over to the right. Inhale back to center, exhale, punch over. Inhale back to center, and again, so I'm gonna do a total of 8, right? This is 4. So as I'm punching, I'm thinking of increasing my imprint, using my glutes to pull my pelvis back towards the back of my legs. And let's do one more set here, and punch. And we punch here, hold here. Let's come all the way up. And we're gonna lift the arms up towards the ceiling here. Your spine is stacked. I'm gonna exhale, roll down, okay? I'm gonna hold here, lift my arms up, and then I'm gonna twist over and open my arms out to the side. Inhale, I'm gonna rotate and come back. Exhale, I'm gonna open towards the other side. Inhale and come up, and again, I'm gonna open, come back here, then I'm gonna open off to the side here, come back to center, and I'm gonna come up and stack up to neutral, okay? So I'm just gonna do one more exercise called the teaser. So we're gonna lay all the way down, and that'll finish our abs series, okay? So hip width apart is probably pretty good. I like to use a ball between the knees to help activate those inner thighs. I'm gonna reach my arms overhead here. Make sure your knees aren't bent too much and your feet aren't too close to your pelvis, because you won't be able to roll all the way up through your spine if you do that. We're gonna inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, nod the chin, roll up. So here you wanna find a space between your sit bones and your sacrum, right? Then you're gonna inhale, reach the arms. As you reach your arms, you're gonna lengthen your upper spine. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and roll down. There's your teaser. Inhale, the arm reaches. Exhale, we nod the chin, rolling through that imprint, finding the space between your sit bones and your sacrum. As you inhale, reach the arms, open the chest. Exhale, think of curling the tailbone under to roll through. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin. We roll up, find that teaser shape. Here it is. And then rolling down. And we're just gonna do 1 more like that. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, we nod the chin. We roll up and reach. And let's roll all the way down. I'm gonna get rid of this ball. Just reaching the arms overhead. Good job. So hopefully that got your abs firing, right? If you know you just needed to work your abs today and just wanted to strengthen the core, that was it. We just did it. So check in, look for our glute series. We're gonna do hip series, back series. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Kat from the Green Room Pilates. We'll see you soon. Bye.